Well, a good morning or an afternoon to you all, depending on where you are. Welcome to ERF's 8-hour special event of Watkins Glen. Looking forward to this one. We will have qualifying kicking off anytime soon. As everybody just getting warmed up and ready to get things underway. Just a quick flick, how many teams do we have? We do have the full 15 teams today, so that's nice to see. And it looks like we are about to get underway. We are having all the good luck messages from everybody. There is a good camaraderie between these guys. Let's hope it stays that way for 8 hours. So good morning Nick, good morning Killbear, and good morning Philippe, and Mr. Jazz Griffiths. Thanks for joining us all for this qualifying session. Everybody on their outlap. Cracking circuit this, one that should be full of excitement, I think. Very high speed track with some very fast flowing corners. Oh, as we just flicked to Mike there, getting it all a little bit sideways. He was the first out of the grid, being the host of the room. I will try and get myself all up to date with the... Oh, we have Randy Moore joined us as well. Good morning, Randy. Afternoon for you, should I say. So we'll have a flick through, shall we? Try and see who we have got where. And catch up with the team names as well. We do have MRL 1 and 2 today, who will be in their cars first. They're in the GTRs, as per usual. We have full send racing in the BMW M6. Oh, there we have the first of the GTSV teams with Bert Hoban. GTSV with 3 teams out today by the look of it. So the Belgians are very much in force today. And we have Clarky on the stream and my good friend Chris DePoit. How are we all? Good afternoon, guys. Good morning for some of you. There we have Kevin in the M6 for another one of the GTSV teams. I can't tell you if it's 1, 2 or 3, but GTSV it is. So we do have the first of the laps coming in. That's Mike BRFC with a 1:43.2. Puts him in P1 just in front of Stormfly in P2 in the Porsche. We do have two BFER teams with us again today. And they are in P2 and 3 as it stands currently, with MRL Shane in P4. Well, the second of the MRL teams, or it could be the first, again, not sure. Which colour scheme is Team 1 and which colour scheme is Team 2? Speed Hunter in P5 in the BMW M6. Thinking this will be for the full send team. And look who we have in P6 who we have yet to mention. It is our good friend Kiki in the rumbling AMG. How loud is that? They seem to have tweaked the sound on that. It seems to have got incredibly loud. And what a noise it is. P7 currently are a little Nicky with a 144.5 in the McLaren 650S. Speed Hunter up to P4 now, and Shane in P5. Good luck there from Shane, 144.3. And the MRL guys, P7. We have the Truth Serum in another 650S. Berthoven up to P7 now for the GTSVs. And we got Dan in P10 currently. In another noisy AMG. Doesn't seem as noisy as Kiki's then. In P11 we have No Hassle. Again in the Porsche. One of the ART teams. We have Frederick in P12. In another of the BMs. BM proving quite popular now all of a sudden. Another one of the ART team in P13 in the Jag this time. Well, we can see the same colour scheme. As the times start getting quicker, Speed Hunter up to P3 now. And there we have Pastina. In the DC team GTR there. Currently down in P14, dropped to P15 now, because who's that? That's gone right up the order. We'll have a look, but they have gone higher than P10. They've gone a lot higher than P10. It must be around P6. I still don't know who it was. So there's someone we haven't looked at yet who has jumped around the order. How dare they? So, good morning Rocky, good morning Stephen Saunders, and Christoph, and Black Flag Racing is always good to have you with us, and Lucas. We do have a few of the GTSV boys with us. Good morning fellas. Yes, good morning LJ. So currently, Mike's been at the lead from the go. Nearly 4/10 in front of Stormfly. With a 143.6 there. Some good times coming in. I'm sure we will see quicker, but how long have we got left? Not long. These guys are only going to have another lap or two. Hey, and we have Jay with us as well. Good morning, Jay. How are you, buddy? We have Mythical Man as well. Good morning, sir. Let's get back on with the qualifying. So we have Mike in P1 with Speed Hunter in P2. Slip Slim's just set a good time there as well. Where's that taking him? Up to P4. But there we go with the first of the GTSV guys making his way up to P3. It is Kevin. In the BMW can carry some really quick speeds around here, it does seem. Of course, it is 15 minutes. Nice one, Nick, for making me think it was 10. So yes, we do have another 6 minutes nearly of this. So enough time to get rid of some fuel and bang another couple of quick laps in. Maybe even a fresh set of softs. So we'll go through the order quickly again. We have Mike in first, Speed Hunter in P2, Kevin P3. Then we have the BFE ER guys in 4 and 5. That's Stormfly and Slipstream. Stormfly in the Porsche. Slipstream also in the Porsche. So the Porsches seem to be working well around here. Little Nicky in P6 with that 144 dead, and Bert Hoban in P7. I do expect to see some quicker laps from Bert. Obviously Shane go up to P7 now. 78 thousandths quicker than Bert Hoban. This is how close this is, and only 5 thousandths between 8 and 9. The GTSV guys are Bert Hoban and Kiki. As Kiki goes up to P6 with a 144.1. Oh no, it wasn't. It was a 143.9. I didn't think that made sense. But yes, it was just displaying the wrong lap time there for a minute. You gotta love GT7, haven't you? Yes, good point, Nick. If you could please hit a like and a subscribe on the stream. Obviously, it will give you notifications of when we do start other live streams in the future. So Pastina up to P6 with an improvement of a 143.8. And with 12 minutes down, 3 minutes left to go. And Nicky down to P8 now. Shane in P9 in the other MRL team. Who was that in the background? I've put a little marker in. We'll have a look. It was a BMW. So I'm just going to try on this BMW and let's have a look at an incident if we can find it. It could have been Frederick. So let's stay with Frederick and go back, shall we? But it also may not have been Frederick, because there is a couple of BMs here. Yeah, well, I think it was. Oh, yes, and just a moment there on the second to last corner. Actually, I think it is the third to last. Yes, it will be. And he has picked up a little bit of damage there. Hopefully we'll have time to get in, get out and set one more flying lap. We will get out of the replay. But it is absolutely fabulous having replays black, as Frederick is out and he's still got a good couple of minutes, so he'll be fine. And last but not least on the grid is Hockers at the minute. What time's he done at the minute? 145 dead in the Jag. Seemingly the only person in the Jag today. The Jag's slightly fallen out of favour with the bop adjustments Polyphony have made. And good morning, David DeVita. How are you? And the Ghost. A few others joined us as well. Creek and PM10. So still from the lap he set on lap 2, it is Mike in the lead. What a cracking banker lap he did set there. But he is purple at the moment, so we'll keep our eyes on that. Speed Hunter now in P2 and Kevin up to P3. Will Kevin improve? No, but it's another 1:43.7. So consistency looking a big thing in Kevin's game today. We'll jump back to Mike with only 20 seconds left on the board. This will be their last flying lap. As we see the last guy cross the start-finish line to start his flying lap, that will be Pastina up to P3 now. Good job by Pastina. Mike on purple sectors still though, and he's going to be the first to finish. Nice clean exit there, and still a 10th up. And he has 15 hundredths over Speed Hunter at the minute. Will this give him another 10th? Maybe a little bit of breathing room, maybe a little bit more. Let's see. And a 1:43 dead there from Mike. Congratulations, buddy. And we do see Speed Hunter coming through. Can he challenge? A little bit of lag, but nothing really. This looks like a good time here. This could be a challenge, not quite, but does improve with a 1:43.3. Pastina quite a way down, so let's try and find more towards the front of this group. We are with Stormflight. Is he going to improve? A 1:43.7. Good job, but no improvement there. Here comes Bert. This looks like a good time. No, he's lost it. What about Kiki? Is he still on a lap? No, he has finished as well and picked up a half a second penalty. And we have just got the last few coming through. And was Frederick, who didn't improve. Good morning, Jefferson. So there we have it. We have Mike in first, followed by Speed Hunter and Pastina in P3. First of the GTSV guys with Kevin in P4 and the BFER guys in 5th and 6th with Stormflight and Slipstream. Bert Herbert in P7, followed by Lil Nicky. And P9 GTSV Kiki, followed by MRL Shane. The Truth Serum in P11. No Hassle P12. Dan in P13. Frederick P14. And ART Hockers in P15. There probably will be a couple of minutes break now to give these guys a chance to go for a wee, get a drink. I'm possibly glad it's not as hot today as it has been some of the previous mornings this week, as this would be a very long stint for some of these guys. And I am going to follow suit and go and grab myself a drink. While we wait for everybody, we will have a quick look. Well, we can't have a look at anything at the minute, can we? So I'll just have to sit there and mutter some crap. Good afternoon, Kev, Enrico. Who else have we got that I haven't said hello? Giacomo. Oh, and Slugsy as well. Good afternoon, all. Morning for some of us still. But a much more reasonable time to start than we did the last 24 hour. I'm actually fully awake, fully dressed and everything. Not in a dressing gown and not just out of bed. Ah, good morning, Flowers. How are we, sir? Yes, good quality all the way down. Good to hear, mate. Good to hear. And we do have 34 people watching on a stream. That's good to know, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Know it's an early start for some of you. A lot of us do have lives in the day, and sitting down and watching racing isn't always one of them. Oh, we have Jaeger as well. Good morning, sir. So we do have another 6 minutes. Sounds like he's been very, very generous with the times here. Right, so I have got all the information at hand now. Finally got myself vaguely organised. So we'll have a team run through. Why not, eh? It's MRL1 in P1. And we have full send race in P2. DC team in P3. GTSV P4, BFER in place 5 and 6, and GTSV in 7. Just trying to see who Lil Nicky is racing for. There we have Team Glen. Put my phone on silent. And we have GTSV again in P9. MRL2 in P10. But we should be nearly ready to go, so I will come out of this now. Yeah, 2 minutes still. So PM10 Racing asking who's your money on today? Well, there's some strong teams out today. The MRL teams are always a threat. And Full Send Racing, I'm sure, and you can never rule out the GTSV teams, and as we can see, the BFER teams. That's Black Flag E Racing, for those who don't know. They're well up there as well. But good luck, guys, a minute to go. And we can get the 8 hours of Watkins Glen underway. An exciting track with an exciting lineup of cars and an exciting lineup of teams. This should be a brilliant race. And there will be an outlap, obviously. I'm sure you guys have watched us before, as we do get the first race of the day, well, the first stint of the day underway. Why it puts all the information back on, I have no idea. And we are going with the formation lap. Mike, they're flying out of the blocks. Maybe that little bit of speed can give him the chance to scrub his tyres a little bit more now. But it does seem the GTRs and the BMWs looking pretty dominant round here, that straight line speed. Not seen any Supras here today, so I'm presuming the Super E's banned, as it has been the Uber car for the last few months. Everyone getting their wiggle on, get a bit of temperature into them tyres. And Black Flag boys looking nice together there, and the Porsche's nice livery that as well. I like the way the decals are fading to red there. Very nicely done. I'm presuming that's a faded car with black decals over the top. A lot of work there, but very nicely done. Everyone punching up nicely. This is how we like to see a formation lap start. Done almost to perfection by these guys here. As we see Speed Hunting getting right alongside Mike there. I'll keep the camera in the middle on about P6. So we can see the league group breakaway any second now. Actually, I will jump into P1. And they will be go any second now. And a good start there by Speed Hunter. Mike seems to get left on the line there a little bit. But we have the camera perfectly positioned. They were on the line. As we see Pastina making a move on the inside of Mike. Is jumping Mike back from P1 to P4. Obviously this race is not won in the first lap, but it can be lost. I don't think Mike will let that bother him too much just yet. He might be a little bit frustrated, but there is still plenty of time. But Speed Hunter making a great start to get away in P1, followed by Kevin in P2. This will please the GTSV guys. Well, we can see some real action from P3 back. Pastina, Mike and both of the Black Flag Racing guys. Oh, not a good exit there from Kev, and we see him get closed down by Pastina. Pastina having a look on the outside. I think Kev should get these stops and turned in. Yeah, nice job there from Kev, keeping everybody behind him. Oh, a little bit of a moment there from Pastina. And good morning, Mr. Johnny Waffle and Tank and Killbear. Thanks for joining us, guys. Oh, as we see Mike there. Oh, getting very tight around them two corners there between Mike and Kevin. And this allowing the Black Flag Racing guys to come and attack. Kevin very wide there. That's going to be a penalty. I'm presuming penalties are on. And there we go, that's half a second that he's got to try and make up over some of these guys, otherwise he's just going to get engulfed. Bert Hoban now up to P6 for GTSV as well. And this pushed Mike all the way back down to P7. Kevin still keeping that third place, but with that half a second penalty, that's going to drop him back. Oh, thanks very much, Johnny Waffle. That's really nice of you to say. Obviously, I hate my own voice like most people do. As Mike trying to make the place back on Bert Hoban. Bert giving him plenty of room there. All on purple sectors because we are on lap 3, which is the first official flying lap. Obviously with lap 2 having the start. But P1 and P2 disappearing into the sunset at the moment, and it's Pastina in P1. Great job there from Pastina. Speed Hunter in P2, but here is the chaos behind. It's the Black Flag guys in 3 and 4 now. Kevin drops back to 5 now. He's served that penalty. And he does have Mike all over the back of him again. These two have already had a little bit of contact a couple of times. Let's hope they keep it clean through here. Oh, the Black Flag guys, they've definitely been practicing together. Look, you can see that line astern. Well, they were until I said that. As Kevin and Mike, with the straight line speed of the BMW and the GTR, try to challenge the Porsches. Kevin on the inside up to P4. Oh, and possibly back to P3, side by side through the bus stop. But no, that cost him on exit, and he's lost P4 again, as well as Slipstream takes the place back. And now Mike looking on the outside of Kevin, but I don't think that'll work. These guys fighting like it's a sprint race. And I don't mean that as an insult at all. It's just when you are grouped together like this, you just slip into race mode and you give it everything. Oh, Kevin all the way back to P8 now. But this has moved Bert Hoban up to P6. And Mike up to P5. And it's given the Black Flag Racing guys a little bit of room. I want to have a little bit flick further back through the order as well and see how everyone else is doing. Getting back up to P7 now. The Truth Simmered up to P8, so he started making up some places. Shane back down in P9. And little Nicky in P10. Or Glen Racing, was it? I think the team name. No Hassle in P11 for the first of the ART cars. And Frederick in P12. Kiki all the way back down in P13. So not a good start from Kiki. Hucker's down in 14 and Dan in 15th. Meanwhile, back to where the action was. Mike's starting to close the Black Flag E-Racing guys down. Bert Hoban struggling to go with him at the moment. There is a 1.5 second gap between himself and Mike. But Kevin all over the back of him now. What is the gap between 2 and 3? Let's have a quick look. 1.9 seconds, so that actually not grown very much after the initial battling. But we know how quick Speed Hunter can be. He's a very quick guy. But Pastina did an absolutely fantastic job in P1. As we have, Mike has moved past the first of the Black Flag Porsches. This may help Slipstream though a little bit, as he may be able to actually use the Slipstream. He will hopefully be able to tuck him behind Mike and drag him up to his teammate, and maybe the teammates can work together then with a little bit of bumping and try and close that gap down to the lead duo. Oh, our Speed Hunter a little bit wide there. Hopefully he won't pick up a penalty. Well, and I'll say again, Pastina did an absolutely fab job in P1. Normally see him battling a little bit lower down the order than this. He's normally a mid-pack kind of guy that does battle more towards the lower podium places, but absolutely fabulous start from him. But did lose a big chunk of time then. That's probably down to me, a bit of commentator's curse going on then. Lost himself a couple of tenths to Speed Hunter in them few corners. Slipstream just managing to hang in that slipstream of Mike. And now we can see Kevin and Bert Hoban in the background, and they're exchanging places. Can Bert stay with Kev and possibly make his way towards the Black Flag Racing Porsches and the GTR of Mike? And it is Mike with the fastest lap with a 1:44.9. Already 7 laps into this race. Only 61 to go, and a bit of a moment there from Mike. Gets it all drifty, and this is going to cost him a place. Slipstream's going to make the move. He should be able to get it stopped and carry the speed through here. Very important to get the exit on this turn as you're carrying it all the way up the hill. Mike again looking to take that place back in probably the scariest place to make a move. But Slipstream giving him plenty of room and backing off a little bit early. Just taking the wise line. James digging at the Nissan livery. I'm presuming he means Mike's on the MRL1 car with the white and orange there. Well, we do have a few GTRs in the flow today. We'll have a look a bit further back now. Gilbert, I will get the tyres up very shortly, buddy, and have a look for you. I'll just have a quick flick through the order and then I will do that. MRL Shane up to P9 now. He's got past Lil Nicky. Well, still further down the order than I would be expecting, so I expect to see him start to make a bit of a move forward. But I don't think there are any slow teams, and he's in the pits actually. Must have picked up a little bit of damage, I'm presuming. Ah, he's just getting rid of the hards, I think. So that is the first pit stops of the day. Puts Lil Nicky back up to P9. No hassle in P10. Frederick in P11. These guys all a little more spread out, so we will get back to the action as soon as we can. Hocker's P12. And we've got Shane and Kiki on exactly the same amount of fuel. And getting rid of them hards. This could be a wise move. Get them out of the way early. And last but not least, we do have Dan, the second of the DC team guys, in the AMG. Thanks very much, Nick. Yes, we will see some more speed now as these guys have got rid of the hards, and I will bring up a little bit of tyre information just for my friend Gilbert. I don't like to keep it on all race because I think it makes the screen look a mess. As we see, Pastina is nearly half gone on that left front. And that gap has come down to 1.2 seconds now. Speed Hunter closing him in. Let's have a look what Speed Hunter's doing on tyres. Look how much better they are. And a quick lap there from Speed Hunter with 1:45.1. His quickest lap of the race so far. Stormfly in P3, and he has got Mike all over the back of him now. On the mediums again, tyres looking pretty good. And Mike's tyres, he does seem to be pushing quite hard, but his tyre wear not seemingly too bad, still considerably better than Pastina's in P1. And the second of the Black Flag Racing Porsches. Hanging in there, still just about in Mike's slipstream. And he's got nearly 4 seconds between himself and P6 Bert Hober now. Bert's tyre's looking pretty good and starting to pick up the pace now. And Kevin's struggling to stay with him. P8, the Truth Serum, is really making some inroads into these. That gap down to 8 tenths now between himself and Kevin. We'll have a quick flick through the rest of the grid, see if there is anybody else on hards or any unusual tyre choices. But I'm thinking if they are, they would have already been in the pits. Oh no, we have no Hassel who's on the hards. So different strategy here, and he does seem to be going for the long stint on the hards, which I'm not sure of that strategy. With the mediums lasting so well, it seems an odd option. Frederick on the mediums with pretty high tyre wear as well. Down in P11, but 3.5 seconds in front of ART Hockers in the Jag, who again is on the hards as well. Shane, who we know who has just ditched the hards and gone onto the mediums. And we'll keep an eye on that gap between himself and the leader, currently 36.2 seconds, but don't forget there is a pit stop in that. So nowhere near as much as it sounds. Same with Kiki in P14. But he is a further 8 seconds back to Shane. But they are on a very similar strategy, but straight away Kiki dropping into the 45s. And last but not least we have Dan, who is on the mediums. His tyre wear looking pretty damn good actually. So keep it up. Mike still with the fastest lap with that 1:44.9 he's set early on. But the gap down to under a second at the front now. So Speed Hunter should start to feel that draft. Oh, we've seen Mike making a move there on Stormfly. Will be interesting to see what these guys do here now, because they might be better off staying behind Mike and not making a move and let them drag themselves out. Let him help them drag them up to the front, because that gap is coming down. And as we know, the gap down to, well, it was under a second, it's gone back up to 1.2 now. But Pastina is left front looking pretty destroyed. When you compare that to Speed Hunter, who's still got half his tyre left. Big difference in tyre wear between P1 and P2. I know it's a different car. Mike in P3 still has considerably better tyre wear than Pastina. Might make any inroads into these leading pair. Gap currently at 2 seconds. He's just took a couple of tenths out of it there. As we see the GTSV guys in the background there going through nearly side by side. With an 8.5 second gap to the leaders. Pastina doing a good job of keeping Speed Hunter out of that slipstream. He has dipped into it once or twice. Like now. It does seem to be the 18 model year GTR that people are going to now. It seems to be the better of the two GTRs of late. That gap down now to half a second. You see the black flag racing guys in the background hopefully working together. It did appear that way. I'm not sure who we just lost then, but it did look like we did just lose somebody. I will have a flick through and have a look shortly. Are we going to see a change in the lead? I can't see Pastina being able to hold him off for long with that front tyre wear. And this all starting to bunch up at the front now, and if these two start battling at the front as well, this could bring Mike into the equation in P3. Gap currently just under 2 seconds. And the black flag racing guys doing a good job of staying with him just about. They are still just under that second mark as it just goes over. This really bringing Mike into this battle for the lead. And here is Mike, he's on it. And he has brought the black flag racing guys with him. So it looks like, after 14 laps, we're going to get a 5-car battle for the lead. Fantastic. And with the battling, this could bring the GTSV guys back into it as well. They have slipped off the back just a little. Currently 4.9 seconds. But the gap has come down quite a little bit to the leader. He has managed to eke himself a little bit of breathing space again between himself and Speed Hunter, back up to 7/10. Obviously Speed Hunter having to defend now, and we do look like we have a challenge for P2, but no. Mike thinks better of it and backs off. I am going to bring the tyre wear up again just to have a look at Pastina's tyres, because we know they're pretty awful. And Speed Hunter is starting to wear now as well, so Pastina's must be gone. Yep, them tyres looking pretty ropey. I think he will stay out for another lap though, at least probably make it to lap 15. Well, at the end of lap 15. Top 5 covered by 2 seconds as we do see Pastina into the pits. Oh, and did he cross the yellow line then? That was very, very close to the yellow line. Hopefully he won't get a 3-second penalty, and we see Kevin in as well. What were Kevin's tyres like? They were alright. That would have been okay for another couple of laps, I think, but I think he's get a fresh set on and try and go for the undercut, maybe. Right, this has put Mike into P1 now. He has made a move on Speed Hunter. We have missed that. I'll see if I can get it back, but I don't think I will because we're too busy looking in the pits. Oh, I can! And it is through the bus stop section again. Fantastic job there by Mike. Very brave move there. Speed Hunter did think about sticking it out, but then thought better of it. We'll get off that replay as it's just broken. And Mike going full attack now and trying to get himself a little bit of breathing space. Gap already up to 7/10, but Speed Hunter being engulfed by Porsches. Black flag Porsches to be precise. And yes, and now I have used the replay. We are going to get refueling messages constantly throughout the race. I wish that's something Polyphony would sort out, and hopefully they will in a future update. But yes, Mike putting the pedal to the metal. That gap at over a second now. He has dropped Speed Hunter from the slipstream. Oh, slipstream and Stormfly hassle Speed Hunter. Bert Hoban up to P5 now. And that gap has come down to the front. Was nearly 9 seconds. It's down to 7 seconds dead. And there we can see the Truth Serum in P6, not far behind. The McLaren looking nice and stable around here. I think it will struggle on the top end. Pastina out in P7 after his stop. It looks like he did get away with that little moment's contact with the yellow line and he's dropped onto racing softs. Has Kevin done the same, or has he gone back onto the mediums? No, he is on the softs also. We'll keep an eye on these guys that have just gone onto the softs and compare their times. As we can see, the softs definitely being affected because that gap coming down consistently to the leader. And the stop here seems to be around 30 seconds with a splash of fuel. So one of the shorter stops in GT7. As we see, who was that in the pits? It is Stormfly, the first of the Porsches. Oh, we see both of them have gone in together. Tyre wear on the Porsche looking a lot more even. Not left and right, but front and rear. Well, we've got a bit of a split strategy here, haven't we? Yeah, because he's nearly filled up. There's been a lot of extra time in the pits putting more fuel in. Not quite sure. He must be going for an extra long stint, maybe? I don't know, but we will find out. But Mike now has 1.5 seconds over Speed Hunter in P2. He has 7 seconds over Bert Hoban in P3, who has started dropping back a little bit from Mike there. I think he's had a bit of a moment because it's down back up to nearly 9 seconds. But we do know Mike has picked up the pace out the front. But he will be in very soon because that left front looking rather worn. And while the first of the pit stoppers, Pastina in P5. as we do see Speed Hunter in from P2. And GTSV's Kevin has taken the fastest lap of the day so far with the 1:44.5. Outside of qualifying, that is. That puts Bastina back up to P4 now, passes Speed Hunter, who's still in the pits. I think Speed Hunter must be going for a long stop as well and putting plenty of fuel in. So he's dropped all the way back to P8. There we can see over 3/4 of a tank. But strategy a big thing here. And he comes out behind no hassle, who's up to P7 now. On the racing hard, still 1/4 of a tank of fuel. But this has put Kevin up to P6. Who is smashing out the 1:44s now. And has taken another couple of seconds out of the leader. Gap was 32 last time we looked, it's now down to 30.7. Mike in turn, 9 seconds over Bert Hoban now. Bert struggling on these worn tyres, it's costing him a little bit at 1:46.8 last time round compared to Mike's 1:45.8. As we do see Mike in, and I think we'll see the same from Bert. No, he's staying out for another lap. This puts the Truth Serum up to P2. Whose tyres still looking considerably good, but 1:47 last time round, they will be lasting a little bit longer at that pace. As we do see Mike dropping slightly down the order here. He's dropped back behind Slipstream, Bastina and Kevin. Slipstream right on the back of Kev. They are currently 11.6 seconds behind Bastina, who will be the leader once the first two pit. And Bastina with the fastest lap of the race with a 1:44.1. Good job, Bastina. And we'll keep our eye on that tyre wear, but we know Kev's pushing as well. But we can see Bastina is worse again, and he's only got 1/4 of a tank of fuel in. So he won't be staying out long this time, as we do see the leader Bert Hoban in, and the Truth Serum as well. And this puts Bastina back into P1. And we do have 44 people joining us on the stream. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Don't forget to give the channel a like and a subscribe. We do appreciate all your support here at ERF. So this has put Kev back up to P2. And he's got himself 3.3 seconds over Slipstream now. He's dropped back a little bit, but there we see Mike in the background with Speed Hunter not far behind him. No hassle, still flying around in P6, probably one of the last people to stop. We're a long stint on the hards. But with Stormfly, not massively far behind him in the Porsche. And now on a different strategy to his teammate. Put Kiki up to P8 now. After his early stop. But he has got the hards done and got Bert right behind him. As well as the Truth Serum. The Truth Serum benefiting a little bit there from them pit stops. I don't know, I just lost the stream for a minute then. Yes, James, he hasn't put very much fuel in at all, and he did pit early, so while the others were running around with worn tyres, he was already up to speed on his softs. And he is almost out of fuel now. He was less than quarter of a tank when I last checked. But we do have a pretty good battle here for P7. The Truth Serum thinking about making a move then, but thinking better of it, and Kiki going a little defensive. I'll give me 2 seconds, guys, I'll just leave you here. And there we see a slightly different strategy from Slipstream. A short stint on the hards like we saw from Kiki. And who was the other one at the beginning? Well, somebody else did it as well. Pastina now with 11.3 seconds over Kevin in P2, who's got 8.3 over Mike. But again, I'm thinking he did come in quite a bit earlier than Mike, about 3 laps, maybe 4. Speed Hunter doing a good job at keeping up with Mike in P4, 1.3 seconds further back. With Stormflight a further 6.2 seconds back. On a very different strategy to his teammate now, but his teammate did put a lot of fuel in as well, so he will just be diving in, changing them tyres and straight back out. That puts No Hassle up to P6. In a very long stint on the hards, with the True 7 in P7 and Bert Hoban in P8. Slipstream's come back out of the pits in P9, just in front of Lil Nicky. Who is currently in P10, and Dan up to P11 now. Kiki all the way down in P12 at the minute. Not quite sure what strategy Kiki is running, but at the moment it doesn't appear to be working, but it doesn't mean it won't at the end of the race, so we will see. I can't see strategy saved him a minute. Hocker's down in 13 in the ART Jag. And Frederick with half a second penalty there. And who is it we've lost? We have lost the P15 driver. I can't remember his name, I'll look it up shortly. Because he's giving a big shout out to the ART guys, Hockers and No Hassle. No Hassle at the moment, well up the order, but I don't think he's stopped yet. But still, a nice long stint from him. As we see Pastina in. So we'll put Kevin up into P1. I'll have the GTSV guys bouncing. Let's have a quick look at Mike now in P2 and have a look at his lap times of 1:44.3 last time round. But Kevin with the fastest lap so far of the race with a 1:44.1. Speed Hunter dropped back another half a second there in P3. He's now 1.8 seconds behind Mike. The 1:44.8 last time round. All these front guys in the 44s on the soft tyre. And Purple Sectors by over a tenth. Can he keep that going? Still early in the lap, so plenty of time to gain more, but also plenty of time to lose more. Stormfire currently dropped back another couple of seconds. Running the mid to high 45s, my guess is on mediums again. I'm going for the slightly longer stint and trying to cut out a pit stop. He will obviously have to drop onto the softs at some point. Pastina only 4 seconds behind him now after 2 stops. And getting a little wiggle on there. Don't know why, but I seem to keep losing the stream. I'm going to guess it is a YouTube issue, quite possibly. It shouldn't be my internet anyway, but you never know with the servers. The Truth Serum and Bert Hoban, nearly 4 seconds between them, and the Truth Serum nearly 4 seconds back up Pastina. Pastina going for the full attack approach, it seems. 1:44.9 that time round from the truth. Let's have a look at slipstream now that he is back on a proper tyre. He should be in the 1:44s, 1:45s this lap. And little Nicky in P9. We have no hassle. Dropped back down to P10 now after his pit stop. Still puts him 2.5 seconds in front of Kiki. But he has got a nice 20-second cushion between himself and Dan in P12. In turn, what's Dan? He's got nearly 12 seconds over Frederick as well. And last but not least, Hockers, who is 12 seconds behind Frederick. See Kevin coming up to lap Frederick there. Oh, both of them kicking up a little bit of dirt. 1.5 second penalty there for Kevin as well. That will please Mike. As we all know, a half second penalty is considerably more than half a second. Freddie running it very wide there. Using all the track and some. Kevin making his way past. Yeah, Frederick was having that little bit of a moment. Oh, I think Kevin kind of helped straighten him up a little bit there. So the gap now down to 4.7 seconds. Mike is coming. And he's got himself all of a sudden 4.8 seconds over Speed Hunter. Speed Hunter must have had a little bit of a moment. And he's got a half a second penalty this lap as well. And it could be something to do with the back markers there, maybe. Oh, we'll have a look. Yeah, this is a terrible lap, look. 47.2. Considering he's been running 44s every other lap prior on this set of tyres. Must have had a big moment, but we do see Kevin in from P1. So let's have a look. Let's bring a little bit of tyre data up again. As we do know what Kev was doing now, a very short stint. Whereas Mikey's on the mediums. That can't be right. If it is, Mike's got some serious pace on them mediums. It looks like it by the tyre wear. And he's still got a third of a tank of fuel. This all playing into MRL's hands. I'm sure Nick's giving a big shout out to Mike. But Mike doing a great job here. Will Frederick get out of the way for Mike? We will soon see. And Pastina back up to P3 now. He has made his way past Stormfly. And he is setting the fastest laps of the race so far with a 1:43.9. Just reading Nick's messages. Yes, I'm sure he's not on hards. If he is, he's way too hard on him. Look at that tyre wear. Now he's showing some really good pace here, Mike, on the mediums. The gap actually growing. But we do see Speed Hunter on the mediums as well. And if you can run the 44s in the medium, I think it would be the choice. Oh, just keeping it on the curbs there for Speed Hunter. Yes, the lead two do have very good pace. And let's not take anything away from Pastina in P3 though. Again, he is going for the short stop on the softs. Only a third of a tank of fuel in after he's done how many laps? 3 laps. So he's putting half a tank in at most and a set of softs every time. We'll still have to run the hards, I think. So I'm pretty sure he started on the mediums. Yes, he did, definitely. We do have Stormflight back up to P4. There we just see Pastina in the foreground. We could just see P5 the Truth Serum in the background. And there we see Bert Hobart as well with Kevin. GTSV guys back together after this round of stops. As we can see how much fuel Bert has on board. So he's going for another long stint on the mediums. Looks like a very similar strategy to the guys at the front, just a bit further back. Kevin this time seems to have put a little bit more fuel in. I do really enjoy this track. An absolutely fabulous track to race. It's a high speed track, but it does have its technical sections. Slipstream currently 15 seconds behind these guys. He's on the mediums with half a tank in now, but he has used the hards already. So I would imagine Slipstream will make his way through the order when it comes to the final round of stops, as he only has the fast tyres left to use. Seemingly none of the Porsches going onto the softs yet. So we haven't seen the true underlying speed of the Porsche. We know it does struggle for a little bit of top end. It's not bad, but it's certainly not the quickest car out there. But it does have fantastic traction, so you can get the power down nice and early, which can make up for that lack of top speed. Okay, but giving a big shout out for Kiki. Kiki currently in P10 in 20 seconds behind Nikki. On a decently fresh set of mediums. And running in the 45s, 46s. He's got himself a 3-second cushion over no hassle in P11 for ART. But no hassle has recently stopped. He has only done that one stop, don't forget. And he's making them tyres look like new. So he's definitely looking like he's trying to cut out a couple of stops here and just run with what he has to. No hassle. we have Dan with half a second penalty he's just picked up. But he's got a nice 34-second lead over Frederick in P13. He's got nearly 7 seconds between himself and Huckers in the Jag. Just see him getting out of the way there of the truth serum. At the front, Mike stretching that lead now, 6.6 seconds. MRL looking very strong today. Well, good to see Speed Hunter back out there with these guys. Pastina closing that gap down to Speed Hunter, down to 2.2 seconds. And pulling away from Stormfly. He's got nearly 10 seconds between himself and Stormfly now, consistently in the mid to low 44s. Including that fastest lap of the race by quite a way at the moment with a 1:43.6. But again, them tyres almost gone. So yes, it's quicker, but it's going to be at least another 2 pit stops. At least for Pastina. And when you're looking at 30 seconds a stop, that's a hell of a lot to make up. But we see Speed Hunter is off. A big moment for Speed Hunter there. We will get that back on replay. Oh no, that was such a good race as well. Let's see what happened with Speed Hunter there. Gets it a little bit wide and just on the dirt, on the outside of the track. Oh, so unlucky there, and that's probably going to lose him P4 as well. He's coming to the pits to get that damage sorted. Tyres were looking a bit ropey anyway. And at least he was a fair weight wearing the lap and not at the beginning. I'd love to drive a stint, but I can't today, unfortunately. I've had to do the first stint today, as I normally stream the first stint anyway, as I have got big celebrations tonight. I'm pretty sure she won't be listening, but yes, it's my sister's secret 50th birthday party tonight. And if you can imagine, my sister's 50. She is slightly my older sister, but yes, I'm getting towards that age myself. But nothing wrong with old guys in racing. Just look at Kiki in P10. He's about 94. Mark now with 8.5 seconds over Pastina. That gap coming down ever so slightly. But we do know that Pastina will have to come in the next couple of laps due to the tyre wear. I want to say he's going to have another 2 laps at best on them tyres. He may stretch it to 3, but it depends how much time that's going to cost him. But still in the low 45s. Might run in mid 45s, so that gap will still be coming down. And Mike flashing on fuel. See Stormfly in P4. And a Truth Serum in P5. The stop's coming quick and fast now. It's put Bert Hobart up to P4, who still hasn't stopped. He's really stretching them mediums out. Go on, Bert. And Kevin back up to P3, but he's 15 seconds behind Pastina. Did a 1:43.8 on lap 31. So Kev's showing some really good pace now. Yeah, imagine if she was watching. She's never watched one of my streams yet, Jazz. So I very, very much doubt it. But yeah, it would be awful if she was watching just that once. Gap at the front, 8.2 seconds. Steeler did a great job in P2, 14 seconds in front of Kevin in P3. I think Pastina will stay out for one more lap, even though he's getting it all a little bit sideways there. But still pushing on. Oh, very close to the wall there. That may cost him a little bit of time. Doesn't seem to. Well, this has put Slipstream back up to P5 now. On very much a different strategy to the leaders. He's already got the hards out of the way. And tyres looking good and fuel quarter of a tank, so he will be out for another good few laps yet. And he's got a 12.8 second lead over Speed Hunter, who's dropped back to P6 after that little incident and the extra stop. Can I show last place? Indeed I can. It is Frederick now. So what's happened to Frederick? Frederick was in front of Hockers, but he's dropped 58 seconds back. On lap 32 he had a 2 minute 56 lap. I have no idea. Oh, we'll see the ART guys. There is the Jag in P13 of Hockers. Gotta say, that car and that colour scheme really does work. Little Nicky dropped back to P12 now. Had a 2 minute 25 lap last time round. It will be a stop. As we see Mike in the lead. He was flashing on fuel though, and it wouldn't surprise me if Pastina's not far behind. P11, we have Dan. The DC team in the Merc. He's doing some good laps now. 1:45.5 last time round on the softs, and he is flashing on fuel. So we'll be in very shortly, and as predicted, Pastina in. I think he would have stayed out for one more lap if his tyres would have allowed. But I think a little over pushing, trying to close that gap, has cost him that lap. This has put Kevin back into the lead. There we do have Kiki. In P9, he's 11.2 seconds now behind Stormfly. But Stormfly has pitted and gone to the hard, so we'll probably expect to see a double stop during this fueling stint. Unless he is going to go for a proper run on the hards, but not many people seem to be bothering. Apart from Mr. No Hassle, who did go a very long way on the hards. Truth's now in P7. He's on the soft, so we should see him pulling away from Stormfly at the minute. And he's 5.2 seconds behind Speed Hunter, who's dropped all the way back down to P6 and just picked up a 1 second penalty. It's all falling apart for Speed Hunter. A 1 second time penalty round here will be the equivalent of at least 2 seconds normally. So we can expect to see that gap between himself and the Truth Serum come down to around 4 seconds by the end of the straight. And the gap up to Slipstream will be around 13. Pony does maths. Kevin with a 10.7 second lead. But there is that 30 second pit stop, which Mike has just had, and he has gone onto the softs now. And we're currently on lap 38. So we do have 30 laps to go until the handover. Bert Hoban up to P3, but he will be in quite possibly the end of this lap. Pastino, he has put more fuel in this time. He has gone for the whole half tank. He's got 4.5 seconds over Slipstream, who is on the end of them mediums and flashing on fuel. So I expect to see Slippy in at the end of this lap, which will put Speed Hunter back up to P5. And with Bert Hoban coming in as well, up to P4. And we see the truth serum in the background. It is good to see the McLaren getting used more and more. I think they are slowly adjusting the bop in this game to get it right. There we have it, Speed Hunter up to P4, the Truth Serum up to P5, Bert Hoban and Slippy in the pits, and Stormfly up to P6. Stormfly 46 seconds off the leader, but he has just stopped and he is on them hards. It certainly looks like he's actually going for a full stint on these and not just ducking in and changing them. To be honest, I don't blame him. A stop no matter what track it is. Yes, it is a shorter pit here, but it's still 20 plus seconds. And are you going to lose that on a stint of hards? Quite possibly, but it's going to be close, isn't it? And I don't know. It's a tough one, but you can see the difference going into the corners like that as it does get a little bit loose on entry. Meanwhile, Kevin's 7.6 seconds now over Mike in P2. But Mike really smashing it now, 143 dead last time round. That would have put him in pole position, I believe. And a 143.4 the previous time round, and I think that would have put him on the front row, maybe third. Can't quite remember the qualifying times, but I'm sure they were still in the 43s. Yeah, I'm sure it was a 43.2, wasn't it, that he'd done on his second lap. And then they did get down to the 43 deads. So yeah, good job by Mike. Festina in P3, 11.3 seconds back. But he does have a 16.8 second lead over Speed Hunter. Well, Speed Hunter on the mediums running the 44 still. So again, showing good speed. And slowly pulling away from the Truth Serum. Well, now this is good news for the guys at the front because they do have a pit stop window to bring them out in around P4 if you are in the... So they're not going to lose too many places. Not like earlier on in the race when you pit and come out in P10. Stormfly getting it all a little bit loose on them hards. And picks himself up a half a second penalty. It's run into Bert Hoban's hands, who's on the mediums. And he has just stopped with a full tank. Kevin flashing on fuel, tyres nearly gone, he will be in at the end of this lap. And it's probably a good job because Mike really bringing that gap down. Mike absolutely flying with a 1:42.9. And he is currently purple again as well. As we do see, right on cue, Kevin into the pits. But Mike will be staying out. He's still got quarter of a tank and some good tyres. What does he do? A 1:42.8. Mike getting faster and faster, lap on lap. And I can't see anybody matching that pace at the minute. We don't think we've seen Speed Hunter on the softs yet. So you never know, because he is running the 44s on the mediums just as Mike was. This puts Pastina back up to P2. And he's not long stopped, believe it or not. You'd never know looking at them tyres. But he's been in the 43s pretty much every lap. So still doing a fantastic job there for the DC team. P3 Kevin after the pit stop, so that's made a big difference. He's come out right in front of Speed Hunter. Let's jump on board with Speed Hunter, shall we? See if he can do anything about Kevin. I think Kevin will be on the softs though, but he will have more fuel on board. Quick look what fuel Kevin has got on board. He really has. He's got quite a bit. He's got 2/3 this time. Got a nice fresh set of races, fresh set of racing softs. So will Speed Hunter be able to keep up with Kevin on softs? I would have thought it would be a challenge. We see the True Secret in the background there, just 4.5 seconds further back. Stormfly now 16.5 seconds behind Stormfly. But still on them racing hards, but dropped into the 48s. 48.8 on lap 40. So blatantly costing him time. And the gap between himself and Bert Herban down to 4 seconds now. That 48.8 would have been with the penalty, remember? On lap 37, you're at 46.4, so that's the contrast in lap times on the hards. A lot harder to be consistent with the slippy, slidey, hard compound. But Bert in P7, looking comfortable. Tyre wear absolutely fantastic. And his last lap of the race, a 1:45.6 on the mediums. So, not looking bad for Bert now. Slipstream in P8, who's not long stopped on a freshish set of mediums. Running the 45s as well. So I can't see him reeling in Bert, but you never know, he may close that gap down a little bit. First of the ART cars in P9 there, with no hassle. The only person who has higher rear tyre wear than front so far. But nice and consistent in the 47s every lap. The odd on 46s. And he's got a 13-second cushion over P10, Lil Nicky. We've got Dan in P11. Further 11.6 seconds back and 7 seconds in front of Kiki, who's all the way back down in P12 now. Hockers in P13 in the ART Jag. And Frederick a minute further back in P14. Mike had a bit of a moment at lap 43, was 3 seconds slower nearly, with a 1:46 dead. In all honesty, I think Mike's made a little bit of a mistake on his fuel in there. He looks like he could have got an extra couple of laps on these softs than the fuel he's put in. Taking it a little bit easier now the tyres have started to wear back into the 44s, but still very good lap times there from Mike. Yeah, something has happened to Mike. He did lose a couple of seconds there. But still looks all under control now again. 12 seconds over Pastina, who's still got 18 seconds over Kevin. Pastina will have to come in soon as well. That left front almost gone again. Being very aggressive with his tyres, but he's still right up there, so why the hell not? As we see, Stormfly finally getting rid of them hards. Enough's enough. But he did drop back into the 46s for the last 3 laps. His pace on the hards was actually quite good, but made a couple of mistakes on lap 40 and 41. Mike now back up to pace, and is that Kiki just in front of him? Yes, it will be. Stint staying out for 1, maybe 2 laps. I think he may well be in at the end of this one. And Kevin on a short stint again on the softs. Still has the hards to run. But we've still got 23 laps or 22 laps in which to do it. And what about Speed Hunter? He's 6 seconds back now of P3, Kev. And he's only got 3.2 seconds now over the Truth Serum. So that McLaren is coming. Consistency has been the key for the Truth. But Hoban back in P6, 22 seconds back of the Truth. And only 3.8 in front of Slippy now. Slippy with nearly 9 seconds, well, nearly 10, over no hassle in P8. First of the ART cars, the Porsche. Looking really good there. On the mediums, it'll be due to come in a couple of laps. That left rear looking absolutely, well, yeah, red. Absolutely red. And Lil Nicky, P9. Nice and consistent 45s, and that puts him in front of Stormfly now, who has dropped right back down the order, but he is on the softs now. With plenty of fuel, he has used the mediums, the hards and the softs, so he is free to just use softs till the end of the race. Whether he will or not, I don't know, because it did look like he was trying to cut the odd stop out, which can save you 20 odd seconds. There we can see Dan behind him in P11. Dan showing good pace now, but he will have to come in at the end of this lap. He is flashing on fuel. He's currently 8.2 seconds in front of Kiki in P12. But Kiki with plenty of fuel and loads of medium tyres left. Won't be coming in for a good while. Hocker's in P13 and Frederick in P14. Hocker's about to be lapped by Speed Hunter. Kiki or Berthoven beyond, but we see Frederick going into the pits again. Kevin now only 1.2 seconds in front of Mike. And Mike has just stopped. With his fresh boots on them softs, and we have seen him drop straight into the 42s last time round, so it won't be this lap, but quite possibly next lap we'll see these silly laps from Mike. Kev will be doing everything he can to keep Mike behind him. He may have to play the defensive game a little bit. Speedhunter 8.8 seconds back, but up to P3 again now, but he is going to have to pit at the end of this lap possibly. He might stay out for one more. But that gap between P3 and P4 has dropped to 2.5 seconds. And then we see Pastila just behind, only 1.8 seconds behind as well. The truth, he's showing a little bit more rear tyre wear than front. A bit like no hassle in the Porsche for the ART guys. Whereas everyone else seems to be pushing the left front rather than the left rear. Pastila closing right in now. And just to make it no fun at all, we see the truth go into the pits. And we don't even get to see an overtake. Oh well. Onwards and upwards. There's only 3.1 seconds between yourself and Speed Hunter, so hopefully that will be done on track. At the front we have Mike all over the back of Kev now. As you see, think better of going round the outside of the bus stop. You can see the extra grip. Kevin playing it all a little bit defensive. Mike just taking it cautiously. Would rather take his time and get the move done cleanly rather than cause an issue. Kev running a little bit wide then. Will Mike be able to get on the power? Yes he can. Mike being shown the outside by Kev. Good defensive driving there by Kev. Mike trying to get on the power early and it all getting a little bit loose. great battle here between these two. A lot of respect being shown. Looking back here at Mike getting the drive up the hill. But that BM having some serious punch mid-range. As we see Speed Hunter going into the pits. Some nice hard and clean fighting here for P1. Speed Hunter dropping down the order. That puts Christina back up to P3. Not sure how far he is behind this leading battle, but I don't want to leave this leading battle, but we'll have a quick flick. 13 seconds. Frederick getting out of the way of the leading two. Excellent job there, Frederick. Mike just waiting for his moment as we do come to the end of lap 50. $18 more laps to go. Might be able to carry a lot more speed there with his fresher tyres. But Kevin's big ass right in the way. But is he going to have a look through the bus stop? He pulls alongside, backside of it again. Oh, Kevin all a little bit wide then. And Mike trying to run around the outside. Oh, not quite enough speed there. Good defensive driving that from Kev. I imagine this will be allowing Pastina to close up. It was 13 seconds. What is it now? It's down to 12.3. Mike's starting to look a little bit desperate to get past now. He's been held up and he knows it. Good exit there from Mike, and it all getting a little bit loose for Kev. I just think the way it did flick out a little bit then, I think Mike had to lift off slightly. But a good drive there from Mike. Can he get the move done into turn one? No, there's a bit of a gap there and a good exit from Kev. Good exit again from Mike here. He's going to have the run up the hill. Kev always going defensive on the inside through the bus stop. There we see him again. Showing Mike the outside. Mike not willing to risk that move. And another moment there from Kev. That gap down to 10.9 seconds. They've lost another 2 seconds to Christina. See Frederick running a little bit wide, trying to stay with these leading duo. And for those who haven't read the chat, the lobby for Stint 2 is now open, guys. Kevin doing a good job. This will be really frustrating. Sorry, just having to read through a little bit of chat there, catching up on things that have all gone wrong, as per usual, as they do on race day. Kevin being a real pain in the butt for Mike. That gap down to 9.4 seconds now between Mike and Pastina. So I'm just going to disturb the stream briefly. I do need to open a party for the streamers. Oh, what am I doing? Sorry about that, guys, but we're all back. As Kevin has gone into the pits and finally released Mike, but he is flashing on fuel and he's still got half a set of tyres. This really messed with Mike's strategy. Someone hit the pit wall. Oh, that wouldn't be Kevin, would it? Oh, I don't think so. But it is going to be hard to find out until he completes the lap. I think it might well have been Kevin looking at that. It wasn't Kevin, it was a back marker. Ah, well, thanks for that, Tank. But I didn't quite get a marker put in time. Has the Truth Serum just done a stint on hards? He has just chucked them on for 2 laps and got rid of them straight away. Thanks a little bit more fuel in as well. Kick it in P9. He's flashing on fuel as well. Not Kiki's day today, it seems. Meanwhile, the gap at the front, 8.7 seconds from Mike over Pastina. What's the gap between 2 and 3? 25 seconds. Pastina will be in soon. That left front looking pretty worn. And about an eighth of a tank of fuel. Oh, it was Fred. Thank you for that. I think Fred has hit a few things today. Hocker's down in P13. He's a minute now behind Lil Nicky, but I'm sure Lil Nicky will have to stop very soon. No, it appears not. Hocker's dropping back. No hassle in P11. On a personal best lap at the moment, P10 is Dan. Oh, the DC team. The Trucer back in P9 now after his double pit stop. But he's only 6.2 seconds behind Kiki in P8, who will have to stop very soon. Speed Hunter now all the way down in P7. But he's got a relatively fresh set of mediums on and 2/3 of a tank of fuel. And he's only half a second behind Stormfly. Stormfly in P5. He's 18 seconds now behind Bert Hober, and then Stormfly will have to stop soon as well. So I don't think this is a move Speed Hunter will have to make. Just stay there for another lap or two. And Stormfly will go in the pits. As we see our leader in. I'm sure that stint for Mike being stuck behind Kevin was very frustrating. But you have to say it was a rather good defensive display from Kevin. Oh, Speed Hunter having to think about the inside there, as Stormfly did go a little bit wide on entry but did pull it back to the apex. Or near enough. Shutting the door in Speed Hunter's face. Not today, Speed Hunter. Not today. As we see Mike and Pastina in Pastina on the hards. And he's just put the hards on and no fuel. He will be going out doing one lap and straight back in. So we now have a three-way battle for the lead again, and Mike will be fuming that he's stuck behind Kev yet again. And I think Kev will be... Oh! Let's put a little bit of marker in there, we'll have a look at that. But this could work for Mike, he might get the draft past the pair of them here. He is, Mike's going to get this done. Oh, Kev hanging it round the outside. Brave move from Kevin. He's going to have the inside here. And give each other plenty of room, please, guys. Beautifully done. Mike does get the lead. And Pastina has gone in. He would have been holding them guys up with them hards. This now giving Mike the lead. Can he check out? Can he jump back into them 42s and leave Kev with no response? But the GTSV guys will be pleased. They are in second and third at the minute. Bert Hober a great recovery. He will have to stop soon, which may put him behind Pastina. we have only got 10 laps to go now, folks. Speed Hunter on the mediums with Pastina 1.9 seconds behind him, but he is on the softs and they are nice and fresh. That will be Pastina's last stop. He did start on the mediums and did them 2 laps on the hards. Was it 2? I think it was only 1, wasn't it? As the strategies start to play out, we do have Mike in the lead. He's now 8 tenths in front of Kevin. So I'm expecting to see some pretty quick laps now from Mike. Instantly in the 41s, that's with passing and battling for the first half of the lap with Kev. P3 Bert Hoban will be in the pits at the end of this lap. And I think then, I believe he hasn't run on the hards yet. He may have, I may have missed it. Or I may have just forgotten. But one thing about this endurance race so far, all the way down to P4 and looking at 30 odd seconds, and I think it'll be even less than that by the end. Covering the top 5. Slipstream only a further 12 seconds back as well. I think he's made his final stop and jumped onto the softs for the final stint. And a Truth Serum in P7. We know he used the hards and got rid of them as quick as possible, and Stormfly in P8. Down up to P9 in front of No Hassle. But he is in the pits. That should put No Hassle straight back up to P9 for the ART guys. And Lil Nicky in P11. Kiki in P12. Should have made all his stops. He did start on the hards. So can he make up any places now with others making his stops? It certainly looked like it. He's going to jump up to P9 at least. Maybe 10. Have many got a stop in front of him? Has No Hassle got a stop? And he may well go to the end. Will be a little tight on them tyres though, and I'm not sure. He did run the hards, definitely. I'm not sure about the softs yet. Stormfly in P8. He looks like he's made all his stops now, as well as the Truth. Slippy in P6. He's got 12 seconds between himself and Pastina in P5. He was all over the back of Speed Hunter. So you're not having a look around the outside. I don't think that's going to work there. Oh, but he has a look. Yes, he gets it done. Round the outside very late on the brakes. That was terrible timing for me trying to get the race info off. But I didn't think that move would stick. And Pastina can try and make his way forward to the leading pair. These pair have made their final stops, I think. Not sure if Kevin's used the hards yet. I can't keep track of everything. I do try, but I can't. Might not been able to quite bang them times out he could earlier. But in the 43s. Kev doing an absolutely cracking job in second place. Hanging in there with Mike. It's going to be a very interesting handover between GTSVs and MRL. But with 7 laps to go after this one, until we do hand over to the Stint 2 guys.
Good evening, stream. So just joined this party here, Pony. How are we?
I'm very well, thank you, Jaeger. How about yourself?
I'm good, I'm good. Ready to get the second part then going here. So drivers are warming up here now in this lobby.
It's been a very exciting race so far. I'm hoping it continues in the second part, but we have still got quite a few close battles on the track.
Yeah.
So let's hope that carries on for the 8 hours. But yes, with only 7/10 between P1 and P2 at the minute. But Mike slowly picking up the pace and trying to stretch Kev as the gap does just go to over a second and drops Kev out of that slipstream. That could be costly for the GTSV team and cost them a little bit. Pastina still in P3. He's got himself 3 seconds over Speed Hunter. With that gap growing, as we see Bert Hoban has pitted. He's come out in P6 and nearly 10 seconds behind Slippy in P5.
I'm actually very surprised to see those soft runs here. I didn't expect that, to be honest, those stints on the soft tires, but hey.
Yeah, with very low fuel and just going for it flat out, aggressive as hell, yeah. Yeah, some very aggressive strategies today, definitely. And when the people I did think were doing the longer runs and trying to cut out pit stops and stuff haven't necessarily done so and just dropped onto the softs later on.
Yeah, we saw this from Mike. I think he started on medium and then switched over to the soft strategy here. So very interesting. And Pistina right from the get-go there with softs.
Yeah, one soft stint on the mediums and then soft. One lap on hards and softs.
Yeah.
But all playing out now, the strategies is all quite close. In the top 5 and 6.
Yeah, also here with Speed Hunter, my teammate for today, with this little mistake. He's not doing the softs on his run, and he might be up with the top 3 there without that mistake. So
definitely, he's only 4.5 seconds behind Pastina, and that mistake cost him more than that.
Yeah, but he still needs to do 1 lap on the hards, I think.
Yeah, I think he does actually, doesn't he? But I think so does Mike, doesn't he? And Kev.
Yeah, probably. Oh, it's hard to keep track.
Yeah, I have lost it now in my head.
So.
You do for the beginning. But as the day goes on, the more and more you forget.
Yep.
I'll start from the back and work my way forward. We've got Frederick at the back, 5.5 minutes, nearly 5 3/4 minutes behind Mike. ART Hoggers in 13th, with Lil Nick in 12th. Dan in P11 now, just in front of Kiki in P10. Who is 7.6 seconds back of No Hassle for the second of the ART teams. And Black Flag's E-Racing Stormfly in P8, with Dat True Sivum in P7. Bert Hoban P6, GTSV just behind the second Black Flag E-Racing of Slippy, and Speed Hunter in P4, Pastina P3, Kevin 2, and Mike in 1. 1.3 seconds now between Mike and Kev. Absolutely resistance. Pastina has done an absolutely fab job today. Different strategy from everybody else at the start, and a very aggressive strategy, and it's worked out really well for him. Probably 33 seconds behind Kev, but if they have got to do that, stop and run that 1 lap of hards, that's going to bring that gap right down. And he's only 6 seconds in front of Speed Hunter as well. So we could have a very interesting battle for the lead in Stint 2. Well, as we're midway round lap 64, we will have 4 laps remaining after this. For the leaders, that is. Maybe a few more for Freddie at the back. But the battles are few and far between now. We've got some close gaps, but no actual battles at the minute, it appears. But we'll double check. I'm pretty certain things are a little spread out. Yeah, Pastina stretching that gap from Speed Hunter to 8.2 seconds now. So yes, Pastina is on it. And the gap coming down between Slippy and Speed Hunter actually down to 4.9 seconds now. Slippy consistently in the 144s, whereas Speed Hunter is in the 45s and 46s, so it's 1 and 2 seconds a lap at the minute. We'll keep our eyes on that gap. Verthoben and P7 to Truth Serum. They've been running around quite a lot together today. Only 1.7 seconds between them. Thank you, Philip. Really kind words as ever. And it's always my pleasure to stream for you guys. Kevin doing a fantastic job for GTSV in second. But has dropped back 2.6 seconds now behind Mike, who has turned it up, running the 44s consistently. Which we know he can go quicker than that, but it's enough at the minute. And as long as he hands it over in P1, he will be more than happy. And with 3 laps to go after this one, it's looking pretty promising.
So Lobby 2 is underway. They're doing their formation and in-lap now. So we should be set.
Can I confirm it's 1 or 5 racing laps minimum on the hards, buddy? I believe it's 1. The only reason I'm saying that is because I've seen other people do 1. I can quickly have a look at the rules. I
can confirm, yeah, you have to do at least 1 lap on the hards and 1 lap on the mediums. The rest is up to all the drivers to decide what they want to do.
There you go, thank you, Jaeger. Has it got to be a full lap though? Can it just be go in, change and straight back in?
Yeah, or, you can do this, yeah.
Yeah, there you go, that is confirmed. It is only 1 lap. So hope that helps.
Don't think this will be the fastest strategy here, but what do I know? I'm so surprised by the strategy today already.
I actually think it is probably the quickest strategy, because the tyre wear is such, all the other tyres are lasting pretty well, aren't they? So I think get them gone, you've got to make that stop anyway. Why waste 2 seconds a lap on a slower tyre? But,
yeah, but 25 seconds is the pit loss without refueling, so...
But if you're doing 1 lap or 5 laps, you've still got that 20 seconds in there, then you'd have another 4 laps with 2 seconds slower. Quicker, should I say. So, I don't know. I can see it from both sides.
We see different strategies here during this race, so yeah.
And they all seem to be working. So.
And it also comes down to the drivers themselves, how they can cope with the tire wear, look after their tires. So this is also and different cars as well.
Yeah, and some cars do actually handle better on the hards than others.
Yeah.
That's no problem, Black Flag Racing. Anything we can do to help, if we can, we will. So, Speed Hunter now 12.9 seconds behind Pastina. Pastina really turned up the pace. And it will be really interesting with these guys at the front having to do their final stop for the hard tyre. Oh, we have Speed Hunter has got a 1 second penalty. And Slipstream's a second behind him. This won't be good for my buddy in the stream here, Jaeger, who has got to drive a stint in this car. They are going to drop another place by the look of it to P5. But they've got a nice cushion between that and P6 with 19 seconds between the Truth Serum and Slipstream. As he serves that penalty and drops back to P5, and we see Slippy up to P4 for the Black Flag E-Racing guys. And we've had Kings join us on the stream. Good afternoon, buddy. Well, the gap at the front now, 3.2 seconds to Kev. And he's got 32 seconds over Pastina. So with that stop, that's going to be very interesting. As we have only got one lap after this one for the leaders. Them last 30 laps have absolutely flown by. So we see Speed Hunter in the pit. Oh, I imagine we'll be going on to that set of hards. Let's get the tyre data up just for the last little bit. And this drops Speed Hunter back to P8 currently, but I do believe some people in front do have to stop. As we see Mike going in at the end of lap 67. Pretty sure Kev will follow him in as well. Yep. But we will jump with Pastina to see how far behind these guys he does come out. Or will it be behind? I'm pretty certain it will be, but how far, we will see. And he's flashing on fuel and his tyres look pretty worn out. So I think the benefit of the softs over the hards will be gone. As we see Mike coming out of the pits now, and Kev. Kev's on the power up. Where is Pastina? That gap coming down, down, down. It's going to be under 9 seconds between 2 and 3. But this really played into Mike's hands. Mike's now got nearly 6 seconds over Kev. And Kevin with just enough fuel to get round, I think. I hope. Can I show Kiki? Yes, anything for you, KV. Kiki down currently in P10. But he's only 1.3 seconds behind No Hassle. So can he make it up to P9 for the handover? As we see Bert Hoban going in for the hards as well. And I thought he'd already run the hards. As those guys start their last lap. Meanwhile, at the front, we have Mike coming through the last corner, ready for the handover at the end of his stint. That's Mike's 2 hours done.
I'm with Nick here.
And he's stationary.
And Nick's changing tires and he's refueling and off he goes.
We also have Kevin has stopped. And Pastina in as well. And stationary. Next up will be Slippy, a further 15 seconds back, but he's just approaching the pits now. For the first of the Black Flag E-Racing guys.
So Nick out of the pits now.
Slippy stationary, the Truth Serum will be next.
Lucas 6.3 seconds behind Nick here.
So the Truth Serum in and stationary, and Stormfly right behind him and stationary. Next in will be your teammate and partner Speed Hunter. He's in and still.
DCT Bezo on the track 24. Oh, oh no, something is playing up here again.
Berthoven entering the pits for the second of the GTS V cars. And he's stationary. Then we have No Hassle and Kiki coming in together.
5 drivers on track.
We've got 10 in the pits here.
Slugsy out for
Dan in.
Team Full Send.
Lil Nicky in. And stationary.
Senna running for GTSV here. Yep. ART Urban Fire running.
Just 2 more to come in here. We've got ART Hookers and Frederick.
Mild is out. Nicky P is out. Vesty is out. So, yeah, 2 more drivers. We have Gelf and Roses, whose teammate disconnected. Shane disconnected for ML2, I think.
Yeah, they are.
Stint. So,
and here comes Hookers around into the pits, which just leaves Frederick then.
and we have Nick for ML1. Amazing pace already on his first flying lap. Nearly 11 seconds ahead of Lucas here. What's going on here? It's definitely a sprint race. The first couple of laps here again. Wow.
Yeah, Nick does have incredible pace, but you do have to watch Lucas.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
He's a quick guy. Oh, Frederick still got another lap to go.
Right. Let's quickly jump through the grid. See the order here. We'll get to the team names later when I put on my cheat sheet.
Essential cheat sheets. Oh, Frederick's got damage again, and he's still got another lap to go after this one.
Come on, buddy. No one's waiting for you. Cough, cough. 2 drivers still in the pit, yeah. Golf and then Roses, who can leave the pits after the last driver entered the track.
Yeah, who did we lose in the first?
It was MRL Shane.
Oh, it was Shane, wasn't it? Yeah, of course it was.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
That's a shame, yeah.
Oh, Frederick, another moment there.
Then, wait, another lap. Oh. Okay. This will be the lap here, so it will be quite a tough ask for Roses.
Yeah, it's going to be a very tough ask because Frederick already 4 minutes and 40 seconds down on the leaders.
Yeah, same goes for Galf, his teammate. But hey, still just 2 hours in, 6 hours to go.
Give me a second, Randy. I will just see this in and I will share the Stint link for Stint 2 in this chat if you like, if I can. I think I can. And I'll make sure it gets up on the Discord channel as well.
Yep. Yeah, I think with Nick Racing as well, who put in the links for Stint 1.
I will do it quickly after this.
Someone else will do it, yeah. That would be awesome. So, hello chat. There are quite a few Black Friday racing friends in here. Good to see you. So who's the first one? I think it's... Oh yeah. Sir City? How to pronounce those names?
Try that, Randy. I've just posted the link. That should work.
So Frederick is now close to getting into the pits here, so that we can get all the drivers running. In the meantime, Nick 11.5 seconds ahead of Lucas.
And Frederick is finally in, so you can release the hounds.
And then I can focus on my stream now. So then, welcome to part 2 of the 8 hours of Watkins Glen, the ERF special event today. Group 3 racing as always, and after an exciting first part with very close racing between the top drivers, we now have a little gap between P1 and P2. Nick for MRL leading the way in his GTR, and we have Lucas for GTSV in the BMW. In P3 it's Bezo for DC team running also in a GTR. I have Xur City. It's still tough to pronounce this name for me. Come on. So he's running P4, 23 seconds behind Bezo here. It's the first of PFER. Then we have Ishmael for Loose Moose Racing in the McLaren, running P5. P6 we have Sluxy, my teammate for Team Full Send Racing. Go Sluxy, go!
No, not biased at all.
Not at all, no.
Right, I'm going to quickly end my stream. Thanks everyone for joining, and don't forget to give Jaeger's stream a like and a thumbs up, and I will see you all soon. Thanks again, Jaeger, for jumping in for Stint 2, and good luck.
Thank you for covering Lobby 1, yeah. See you
Take care.
soon, buddy.
See you soon.
See you, bye. So, back